Hi everyone, welcome back to Touch on It show. Yes, I know you're wondering why today I'm dressed like this. I'm gonna answer your question very soon, but for now, welcome and welcome back to those of us who have been here following up with my videos, liking, subscribing. It's really a pleasure having you around and stay loyal. Stay loyal for more videos, more interesting interactions, more hosts to hosts. It's always Touch on It podcast, Touch on It show, whereby we talk about everything in life, be it lifestyle, culture, relationships, work, money, name it. And today, yes, let me first of all fix my attire. Today I'm here to talk about the Khaleejis. The Khaleejis, if that sounds right. Yes, I'm here to talk about the Khaleejis lifestyle. In other words, I'm here to talk about the Arab lifestyle. The rules, the do's, the don'ts. Literally today I'm going to be touching on that. That's why today I wore this attire. So welcome and stay tuned. So, living and working in Qatar for quite a period of time, yes, of course, is part of human to want to learn about new things or other people's culture. You cannot just live somewhere blindly. And me, being human, I've stayed in this country and it's quite interesting to know their culture, to be able to experience a little bit of it, and to be able to know the fun of living their culture, because it's quite fun. The bare minimum that I know is quite fun. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the Arab, the Khaleejis. What's the meaning of the Khaleeji? Khaleeji means Gulf, okay? So this is a combination of Arabic countries. That's Khaleeji, but today I'm going to be talking about the Khaleejis in Qatar because this is where I've experienced most of the basic culture that I can say I know, because I don't know deeper. I haven't gone deeper into their culture, but the basic one that I know I'm going to be sharing here with you. So let's start with this attire that I'm wearing. This attire is called an abaya, okay? I know when most of you will see this, they'll be like, oh, now she changed her religion, which is not bad, but this attire doesn't represent our religion. That's one thing that I want to clarify here, because a lot of people usually see me wearing this, because I love wearing it most of the time, because I'm a model and I do model for abaya brand sometimes, and it became part of me to wear them. I feel like it's just something, and I love it because it's actually very comfy. To be honest with you, I do not even know why I don't know. This one is more comfortable, it's not tight, it's just like amazing. So this attire do not represent religion, because most of the people usually say this attire is for Muslim ladies. Of course, Muslim ladies and as well Christian ladies, it is an obligation for you to cover your body and do not expose much skin. So this dress covers from head to toe. That's why people usually confuse it with a religion attire. No, this abaya and hijab, it's a cultural attire. Yeah, surprisingly, this is a cultural attire. It doesn't represent religion, it represents their culture. So now let's get into it. Let's get to why people usually confuse it with a religion attire, because this being their cultural outfit, it's designed to cover the whole body, to cover your hair. As per their religion, which is Islam, you're supposed to cover your hair, literally all of you. You're not supposed to show any skin. And in Khaleeji, all of them are Muslim. So Their traditional attire has to match the religion, your religious beliefs. So that's why we have this abaya. Now you understand. So next time you meet me out there wearing this, do not ask me again, did you change your religion? I don't mind the question. It's actually nice because, yeah, people change. It's good to change when you understand what you're doing or what you want. But this dress doesn't mean I changed or it's a religion attire. No, this is a Khaleeji cultural female attire. And you understand why it is confused with religious attire, because its standard is as of the Islam law. Cover yourself as a lady and cover your hair. Don't expose too much. Now you understand? For the men, they wear the thobe. It is almost the same. Not really the same, but it's almost the same, but it's white. Okay? If at all you've seen Arab men, they wear white thobes. And they wear the white scarf. It can be either white. Qataris, they wear the white one. For Saudi, they wear the white with the red boxes. Okay? It's called kathab or something like that. The thobe and the katab, something like that. If I'm not wrong, you can always confirm later. That one also doesn't mean that it's a religion attire. No, because you have Islam men from other countries that do not wear that. Does that mean that they're breaking the Islam rule? No. That means that white thobe you see them wearing, it doesn't represent their religion, it represents their culture. Okay? I hope now you're good. For the shoes, the men usually wear sandals, white sandals, because of course it's a very hot country and they will need to feel free. When you're wearing the socks and the closed shoes, you're gonna sweat a lot. So coming to the connection with their country weather, that's why they wear the white sandals. Okay. For the ladies, they are open to wear any kind of shoe that they want. Okay. I hope now you're good with that. So let's talk about the Khaleeji lifestyle. Okay. One thing about this country that I love the most is the fact that this country is so much safe. If you know the word safe, this country stands for all of that. It's the safest country I think I know, and it's the most safest country in the world. If I'm not wrong, you can always correct me in the comment section. Literally, what I mean is safe. Let's start on a very usual thing that happens in some other countries. You find that in other countries you cannot walk maybe at night at 2 a.m. You cannot walk, especially if you are a lady. Chances of rape are very high. Or chances of murder, chances of kidnapping in other countries, very high. Yet in this country, you can walk at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 p.m., 9 p.m., anytime round the clock. You can walk alone on every street without anybody asking you a damn question. Is that safety? Yes, that's safety. Another thing is that Khaleejis protect their women. Not only their women, they protect women who are in their land. Okay? So yeah, we are protected. What I mean by this is that in this country, when you're a woman, you have to be treated like an egg. You know how we treat an egg? And when it's about to fall away, you jump, almost getting a heart attack to pick it. That's how women in this country are treated. And so, low cases of rape, not even low cases, 0 rape cases. What happens in this country For example, when people want to get married, okay? Before I go to that point, given that this is an Islam country, okay, they follow the Islam law, okay, and so intimacy before marriage is prohibited. And so in this country, it is prohibited to even have a relationship in private. I know you're out there asking, so how do they get married? Yes, they do get married. And how they do it is, if for example, I'm a Khaleeji girl, okay, and I want to get married, okay, I feel like, okay, actually how I feel is that it's men who take the initiative. So a man comes to like a lady, he goes and tells his father, like, I'm interested in this lady, okay, and the family meets the other family, they discuss it. When they come into an agreement, like, yes, your daughter and our son, they can get married, you can now start officially meeting, like, as a couple. But you don't just meet the two of you. You have to be accompanied by, they call them mahram, have to accompany you whenever you're going for dates. Whatever you discuss there, either your uncle or your auntie will accompany you to your dates for them to be able to hear what you're discussing. You cannot go private and start, making those private plans. Not in Khaleeji. No. You have to have a mahram wherever you are going until the day you tie the knot. Meaning, no intimacy, no touching, no more physical form of intimacy is allowed. Okay, as per Islam law and as per their culture, you cannot. And they get married either way. And you're there running and running and running. I don't want to continue. So that's how lucky they are. Okay, so they get to get married when they're still pure. Okay, that's something very interesting. Okay, so now let's get to the next part of the Khaleejis, which is quite interesting. In this country, you cannot just go calling people mom or sir. I mean, the Khaleejis, the originals. Okay, you can, but it is always advised to term them by a certain name, Sheikha or Sheikha, Sheikha or Sheikh, like a male and a female. So if you approach them, instead of saying sir, mom, you can say Sheikh or Sheikha. Easy, and they will love it. They will love it. The reason why they do not like to be called me like mom, sir, yet I'm yet to know that. But what I know is that they would love to be really addressed by that. Okay, the meaning of sheikh is like a king, and sheikha is a queen. So yeah, I think they are. Yeah, they are. Another thing in this Khaleeji lifestyle, this beautiful life, is that, for example, you meet a Khaleeji couple, and let's say you're working in customer service entity, and a Khaleeji couple approaches you, or for example, you approach them and you want to talk to them, and you are a man, for instance, okay? By law, a man, whether a Khaleeji man or a foreign man, you are not allowed to look straight into a woman's eyes. No. You cannot look at a woman if she is not your wife or your mom or your relative. Prohibited. That's an assault. Imagine just looking at her straight in the eyes or looking at her. That's an assault. women are eggs. So what happens if you're a guy and you want to approach a couple? When you approach the couple as a guy, you have to talk to the sheikh. Do not talk to the sheikh or try to ask her anything. Talk to the sheikh and let him answer you. Avoid eye contact with the lady. Same with the ladies who are working. Whenever you approach a Khaleeji couple, please do not talk to the sheikh. Talk to the sheikha. Let her handle you. That is how strong their culture is. Okay? Great. Let's continue. In Khaleeji countries, you cannot just go doing your photo shoot everywhere. It is prohibited. You cannot take photos in public. You cannot go filming just anywhere like, oh, I'm a tourist. No, let me just go filming. No. And trust me, all of these things that I'm listing, if you are caught breaking any of them, there is always a fine. And it's not like a cheap fine. It's really a huge amount of money. So people don't do it. Some of these do's and don'ts, if you break them, you can be deported back to your country. Yes, it is that serious. You're not allowed to come taking photos in public. No. So, if you are a foreigner in a Khaleeji country, relationships that are intimate are not allowed in public. In private also, not allowed. You cannot go out holding hands, lovey-doving each other. In this country, no. You can only see that in the movies. Because if they catch you holding hands, you're out. That's as simple. You cannot have those kind of relationships out here. That's the power of this dress. All in the name of protecting women. Because if they allow these illegal relationships, not that they're illegal, no. They are protecting their women because they don't want their women to get involved in such things, They really protect their heritage that much. Another thing is that if you're a Khaleeji and you want to go have fun in like a hotel, for example, and you want to go have fun, maybe you have a female friend that you want to go have fun with, maybe in a hotel and go have a swimming pool, such fun activities. You cannot check in with a female or a male Khaleeji unless you have a marriage certificate. Yes, it's not like back home whereby, yes, now that we're free, let's go check in, let's have fun, nobody will check nothing. No, here they strictly check your ID, you're a Khaleeji, yalla. Marriage passport if you do not have, no. If you keep insisting that you want to check in, they can as well call the police for you. So none of them want this drama, so they do not check in and they do not mix in such private places, men and women, unless you are married. Okay? So basically, I believe that's all about this country. I believe so. If at all there's something more that I need to add, definitely I'm gonna add. But for now, one last thing. The Khaleeji women use everything that they have. This brand, luxury, meaning they really are sheikhs. Starting with the bags, the glasses, the shoes, all of them are branded. That's how sweet it is being a Khaleeji, Until next time, stay tuned for more interesting topics. That's Khaleeji lifestyle. This is the Khaleeji outfit. It is not a religious outfit. I hope you enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for more topics. Until next time, Love you so much. Thank you so much.